Howdy, this is my biodiesel biofuel presentation, a biofuel for a greener future. Getting to know biodiesel. Biodiesel is a type of biofuel that aims to replace traditional fossil fuel diesel, scientifically or chemically named FAME, fatty acid methyl ester. Biodiesel can be made from a couple different things: animal waste, plants, and even most recently algae, which is a pretty recent development. Growth and cultivation. Biodiesel is most commonly grown from plants like soybeans, canola, sunflowers, etc. Advantage of this is it can be grown all over the world in many different types of climates, not just US soil. Another advantage of biodiesel is it can be produced from waste oils such as fryer oil or, pre-burnt oil that's been used. Um, Recent studies have also, as I previously mentioned, produced biodiesel from algae. However, this process is more expensive and less efficient. Production. Biodiesel is produced through a process called transesterification. This is where the oil or fat is reduced with methanol or another type of alcohol. It just depends on uh, what you're doing to produce glycerin and biodiesel. And photosynthesis is a key part in this process because it helps create the fats from plants by turning CO2 and water into sugars that help build triglycerides, which are a key part of producing the fuel. So that's we take the fats that was created during photosynthesis from those plants, the fat slash oil, react that with the alcohol, and then get our biodiesel. Development. Biodiesel is widely available all over the world and it's produced by major oil companies. Uh, Mainly Chevron and Shell are two notable ones. However, it is rarely found by itself and is more often mixed with other fossil fuels. Uh, it's more commonly to be found like that. Fun fact, some buses at Texas A&M are fueled by this fuel, and the end goal is to fully transition all buses to 100% biodiesel sometime in the future. Impacts of biodiesel helps make more opportunities for farmers and create jobs. This is pretty big. This helps benefit the economy and people by providing more jobs. Also, with more development and research, it can become a cheaper alternative to standard petroleum diesel. Again, just takes time and more development. Another advantage is how it reduces greenhouse gas emissions by approximately 70% compared to traditional diesel, as well as being renewable, unlike its diesel counterpart, which very important in trying to save the planet. Overall, biodiesel is not only beneficial to the environment, but it will also benefit the economy and help provide jobs all over the country and potentially the world. Public use. Biodiesel is used every day and is oftentimes disclosed on pumps at the gas station if it's mixed with it, as seen in this image here. Also, we know the EPA does promote and encourage the use of this fuel through articles and, the news. Analysis. After looking at the data, I do believe biodiesel is a viable fuel option that should be implemented in the future. With more development, it could be possible to grow algae diesel in areas where traditional seed crops can't be grown, like tundras or deserts where it's hard to grow a traditional crop. However, its price is the main drawback of this. Plan of action. If funding weren't an obstacle, I would give grants and incentives to encourage the production of this biodiesel, give people a reason to make it. Then I would create refineries on a larger scale. More people, more workers, more efficient process. The bigger it is, the cheaper it is, and ultimately. Finally, I would treat it like E85, where it can be seen at most gas stations, most gas pumps, where it's labeled 100% biodiesel. Encourage people to buy it. Um, Overall, with these three steps, that could help push the envelope and lead to a greener, brighter future. Uh, and these are my works cited. Thank you.